My daughter's birthday.
You ready? His mic gonna be here? He's so
Dang.
under weather.
Gosh, I'm old.
And she's what?
52.
Oh, my daughter just turned 53 Sunday.
I know, didn't it?
I didn't know that.
3 more houses.
And she turned 50.
I didn't know that.
She's making me feel old.
I was just not prepared for that. I was.
Okay, Greenville City Council will come to order. Please call the roll.
Rogers.
Here.
Schmidt.
Here.
Whitaker.
Here.
Brown.
Here.
Ely. Here. Godwin.
Here.
Norris.
Here. If I could get everyone to stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Evening, everyone. City council members, you were emailed out the minutes. They will stand approved as read unless there's a correction or addition. All right. Approval of the current financial report that was emailed out. I will take a motion to approve or amend that.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Godwin to approve the financial report. Call the roll.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Moving on, approval of the agenda. We do have a number 3 to add under ordinances and resolution. It's a resolution authorizing Safe Service Director to enter in the contract with, how's that? Axon. So please add that. And with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda as amended. Moved by Mr. Schmidt to approve the agenda as amendment. Discussion. Call the roll.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to the public hearing section. Anyone that would like to speak, please come up to the podium.
My name is Joe Braden. I'm from Ohio Auditor State Keith Faber's office, and I'm here to make a presentation tonight. So it's my honor to be here on behalf of the auditor to present the City of Greenville with the Ohio Auditor State Award. It's important to note that this puts the City of Greenville in a select group. The Auditor State's office audits nearly 6,000 entities, and very few of these entities that are audited are even eligible for this award. Our state award is presented to local governments and school districts upon the completion of a financial audit that meet the following criteria of a clean audit report. I'm going to read through the criteria here real quick so everybody knows what you guys did to make this happen. The entity must file a financial report with the Auditor State's office by the statutory due date without extension via the Hinkle system in accordance with the generally accepted accounting principles. The audit report must not contain any findings for recoveries, any material citations or material weaknesses, no significant deficiencies, any uniform guidance findings, or any question cost. The entity's management letter must contain no comments related to any ethics referrals, any question costs less than the threshold for uniform guidance, any lack of timely report submission, bank reconciliation issues, failure to obtain a timely single audit, any findings for recovery, public meetings or public records issues, and the entity shall have no other financial concerns or any other concerns. This award represents the hard work of all the City of Greenville employees here, all your council members, mayor, Safety's Service Director, and everyone here who strive each day for accounting excellence. And Roxanne, if you'd like to step up here, I'd especially like to recognize Roxanne Willman, your city auditor, for her outstanding leadership, her professionalism, and her exceptional commitment to fiscal integrity. Congratulations, Roxanne. On behalf of Ohio Auditor State Keith Faber, I'd like to present the Ohio Auditor State Award. Put this in the pocket. That is yours, man. You are what? I want to open it up here.
We photobomb them.
It takes all you guys to do it. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you. Congratulations.
You're ready to go. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for coming back.
Congratulations. It takes everyone.
Thank you.
Joe. You bet.
Hey, I just want to let everybody know this is the work of everybody. And obviously my office, everybody in the office deserves this award. And you were right, everybody in the city, they all work to make this happen. So we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
I didn't think I'd have anything, but some people wanted me to ask a few questions. It concerns the Omni. And they have asked me, what's the price going to be for this? Because I said I didn't know. I did look online and I did see prices. But will that be established in the near future so people can start deciding whether they're going to sign up for this? I couldn't give them any information. So, and also they ask, when will this be finished? When should they be looking forward to this? Those who might be interested in this, when do you suspect that this work all be done? And again, I didn't know. I said I'd ask that question. And then the third thing is, this concerns me, why did they send these letters out, which I just got yesterday, 4 weeks after they've already done my property? That I do have a problem with, because it stated in there things that I should have done, and this concerned my plants. And I will say that I took your advice and I went to the planning room downstairs last week, and I got the information, and I called this morning, and the guy came within 2 hours. I was so shocked. And so we walked outside and I showed him my land where I think they came in a little bit too far. And he told me the reason. That he says, well, they folded the piece of land back. Well, I didn't want to argue with him because I was pleased that he showed up. And then we went over and looked at where they tore out my flowers. And I explained to him they were all perennials and everything. And he gave me his card. And he says, all you need to do is to email me, tell me how much, and we'll cut you a check for that. So I am just thrilled that I was able to reach somebody that came so quickly. And I did thank him for that. So thank you to everybody for giving me that information, because all I want is to get my plants put back in the ground come spring. And so I appreciate all your help with that. So if you could possibly let us know when will you let us know when this is all going to be finished, and what will the prices be so people can decide? I guess there'll be different tiers.
I think
Question and answer session.
Yeah, Mr. Dell, can you help on some of this?
So prices, we were told whatever they have online is going to be
$55, I think, was the first level on it. Okay. Okay.
As far as completion, they're a little over a third complete, and they
Okay.
told us originally it would take them 6 to 9 months.
Okay.
So they're about 3 months in right now, so I would guess another 3 to 6 months.
Okay. The other thing they did ask me, someone was asking me, was if there's a problem down the road, because I was doing my research and it says that these fiber things last between 20 and 25 years. Now, I don't know how that was printed last November, I think, online. If something should happen to those, and they said one of the problems with those cables is if water gets into the conduit and then it does damage that way, it messes up your internet system. If that happens, will the homeowner be responsible? And will they have to let them come into their property again to get underground to fix it? Who's going to be responsible in covering if there's any kind of damage going on? It's not going to be the homeowner, is it? That's what, I was like, I don't know, I'll find out.
I would think it would be like when I had my dish put in and it was underground, They came and ran it, and it went bad about 15 years later. They came and re-ran it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think anything underground doesn't have a real long
Doesn't fall back
lifespan.
on the homeowner.
But from what, and I'm not an expert on this, but it looks like it's all underground piping and they're running the wire inside the conduit. Like,
Okay.
is that a true statement? Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. So thank you so much. That's all I needed.
And then the last thing on that late letter, I haven't gotten any letters. So unless I might have accidentally thrown away, think it was junk mail, but
No, it actually said it on the outside. And what was interesting is it explained in there about if you had an electric fence for your dog, because my neighbors had that. And like I said, the last time I was here, they damaged it in 4 different spots. And so they had to go and get parts off of Amazon or something. And they said it took 2 hours for them to get that fixed. And it says in here, even about the plants, that you should be prepared ahead of time to put flags up. They expected the homeowner to put flags up to where your water line is, where your other line is, and if you have any plants to move them. So I get this yesterday after it's all said and done. So I don't know, maybe we should blame it on the post office. I don't know.
It could be.
So, anyway, all right. Thank you.
I had a door hanger on mine that was similar to that letter, but it was a door hanger.
Did it come in a good time, or was it?
Yes, it came before they actually started working in the area where I live.
And to answer they got an answer and question thing at Beans Bakery on the 13th
Oh, okay.
is when that is.
You know,
I think it's an all-day event, like 7 hours.
okay.
We're gonna be up there.
sounds like a free cookie.
Yeah. You get a free cookie.
Anyone else? All right, we will move on to administration report. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Council President. I just got a couple things. We just got back, Ryan and I went down and Dennis, we just got back from, we were down at Dark Rural Electric, to a presentation by the Ohio State graduate students that are working on a land use survey. Jeff was there too. So we've been looking forward to this. About 14 months ago, 3-4 months ago, well, a year ago, we planned on this. So what is going on, and if you that don't know at all, probably a year or so ago, when we were getting close, and Dennis has been working a very long time on working on our comprehensive plan for the city, that we were almost done, and we're close to presenting that. And then we found out through economic development and through Mike Bussey from Versailles and Mike Bauer's office, economic development, that we need really a little bit more to our comprehensive plan, which is, and it's called a land use survey. The survey, of course, it generates a plan for the future of possibilities of what we could use the land for around our city, but also they did it for the whole county. So Versailles, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Bean City, whatever. That's so they're they're graduate students. So in the next couple of weeks, they're going to be preparing for their own testing for the end of the year. And so in the next week or so, we're going to finish that as far as the more detailed. We'll give us a presentation of just what the headings were and where and what they foresee coming. And the land survey was a thing that they use. I don't know if anybody took it. It was, we tried to get it out to everybody around the whole county. It was the fair, the online websites. I don't know if everybody saw it, probably not everybody. But anyway, so they used that material from all over. They came here and visited our whole county and drove around, and we were with them a couple of times with some of the students, but they do a very good job. And so it's going to be more detailed. What can you do with certain areas of your city, your county, your township, and what possibilities are that could happen in those areas. So we're really looking forward to the detailed end of that, which will come out in the next week or two. But it's really interesting what they brought up and what they're looking at, and the possibilities that are out there for us. We can, so when, in the last couple of years, I guess, when corporations or people wanting to come to the city to look for things, look at your industrial park, where they just, any little thing, possibility of maybe bringing something here as far as business and stuff, they want that as a land use, they want that as part of your comprehensive plan or strategic plan, so that it gives them a better idea of what's available, what they can do, how much, and where things can go. So it's kind of a great deal that we're at the end of this point, and we can add that to our comprehensive plan, and so that we can put that out there across the nation and through economic development, and they'll be able to see things around Darke County that may bring business and people to the area. So it's really a cool thing. So everybody will get a copy of it. So coming up, just want to let you know that's here. That's pretty nice. So one other thing, thank Ryan mostly for we had, and he's semi part of it. We had dinners with all the departments in the city. It turned out to be a really unique idea. Instead of having the big cookout, and that's wonderful, it's all wonderful to get people together, but it had us the opportunity, particularly I think me, because there's a lot of people that come and go and they don't see them every day. The fire department, police department, particularly the street department, water department, wastewater they're out there somewhere. So a lot of times you don't see who they are, you don't put names or faces, and it was just it was really a great thing to be able to go out and sit down and have dinner with them and be able to meet them and talk to them a little bit. So it was fantastic. So appreciate it. And thanks for you approving the money to do that. So we provided lunch for everybody. So it was great. Other than that, we got another meeting to go, but everybody have a Merry Christmas. Everybody be safe. So appreciate it. And I'll pass.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. One more time. One more meeting for you.
One more.
Yeah.
One more meeting.
All right.
I'll try to make it.
Safety Service Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. The mayor on the cookouts or the lunches were fantastic. I tried to tell all the department heads that I actually prepared the food, but none of them believed me, so we just went with it. Just a quick update on our 502 project. Broomball construction still has that underway. They've moved up to the West Main section of the project. So they are still planning on being able to wrap it up by mid-January. The only thing that might get held up is the asphalt portion, which will be down West Main, and it'll be the curb lane on the north side of the road. And it's just going to be kind of weather dependent if we can get some decent weather when they get that complete. If not, they're going to have to wait a little bit to get that done, but it'll be nice to get that project wrapped up and off the books. And I did apply to the Department of Development for that $1.2 million in that gap funding. Hopefully we'll find out here in the next month or so if we receive that. And then the only other thing I wanted to discuss was that item 3 that was added. So that contract is with Axon, who would be the police body cameras. They're telling us that they're going to have a price increase after the new year of 3 to 5%. So if we lock in now before the 15th, then we're able to save that funding. We will not find out if we got the $85,000 grant until probably January timeframe. But this is kind of council's decision if we want to move forward with the body cams with or without the grant funding. And with that, I'll answer any questions, but I will pass.
Brian, how likely is it seeing we'll get the grant in your estimation? Tough question.
Very tough question. We feel we have scored very high. So this grant was specifically put out for municipalities or villages that have no body cams currently. The first round of funding, so if you wanted to add to it or upgrade and you already have body cams, you didn't qualify as well for this. So since we do not have body cams, we feel that we're We're gonna go 75-25 if you want to
I'm gonna
know.
roll the dice. Thanks, Ryan.
You're welcome.
The chief just gave us a thumbs up, so he feels
We haven't
confident.
dipped in that well very often.
Yep.
So there's departments out there that nag all the time. We have not. So
Yeah, I think that should be spoken for too.
we definitely, there's another issue we're trying to get to, and we're definitely bringing that to their attention. We haven't had our hands out towards it very often.
Okay, any other questions for Mr. Delk? All right, moving on to Law Director, which he's under the weather. Mike, I hope you get feeling better. He's probably watching. City Auditor, Roxanne.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. I have a couple of things tonight. First of all, we have received a request for community funds, and I believe the mayor spoke to you a meeting or two ago about this. The Fort Greenville chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution have asked for $1,500 to, and help me out if I'm wrong, to, there's a memorial at the entrance of the park, and it needs to be updated, correct?
Yes, I've worked with them a little bit, and, I always forget that. I've worked with them for a little bit on this, and what's going on is they have a little bit further plans. They've already changed some of the lettering, and they have a lasting legacy. They have the memorial stones down here on across from the Mayrite. They've been working with them, and he's got a memorial stone that's somewhere like this, and he did the lettering pretty much on his own to help him out. And they paid for the stone, and now they have they did have a time capsule underneath that area, and it didn't work out. It wasn't a very good deal, and it was like a old metal box, tackle box type thing, and it got water and everything, and it was ruined. So we don't know what was in it. But now, with the Zeckers have donated a small vault, and it's going to be sealed up, and I think we're going to get a little help from the street department, dig a hole, and be able to get some drainage in there, and then they're going to put that memorial stone, which is what the whole thing is started with, is that these days, and through legislation of the government, that it's not just mothers, star mothers, it's star families. So it's
Mothers and families.
So they wanted to change some of the things, and now the new wording is, and they put it on that memorial stone. Now they want to put it in that spot there in front of that. But they also want to, their plans are down the road is to have bricks put in there and have people sponsor a brick to pay for the bricks. But they need to get to that point, and we need to like to have a cement floor basically in there. So that's what the money is going to be for. So the estimate is $1,500 to pour cement.
So just a quick poll of council, is everyone in favor of that? Or does anyone have a heartburn on it? Okay, you want to prepare legislation for the next meeting?
We'll get it for the next.
Okay.
meeting. And there are sufficient funds.
I think you
over-
said there's around 10,000 in that.
At least,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
So I mean, there's money, there are funds available to do this. So
Okay.
if everybody's in agreement, I'll go ahead and we'll bring the legislation the next time.
Great.
I just have one more item. I need to request a committee assignment for the Committee of the Whole for the 2024 budget. And we need it to be held no later than the second meeting in January.
Okay, so the 2nd or the 16th, we usually get together like an hour meeting for that, correct?
Usually, yes.
Yeah, so let's, is everyone okay doing it the 16th at like 6 o'clock? And then we have a 7 o'clock meeting with the trustees? Is everybody good with that?
We have a planning commission.
Oh, that's right. Can we meet in the basement?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so this body will meet in the basement on the 16th at 6 o'clock, and then we'll come up for the 7 o'clock meeting for the trustees. Okay, Jessica, will you remind us all that, which you usually always do? Okay. All right, is that it?
That's it. Thank you very much.
One more meeting.
One more meeting.
All right, thank you, Roxanne. Committee reports, we have none. There's none that I know, right? Okay, ordinances and resolutions, we have three. Number one is a transfer ordinance.
An ordinance for the transfer of funds among the appropriations of the various funds of the city of Greenville. This transfer ordinance allows for the transfer of funds in the general fund, and the sum as follows: $3,500 from office supplies police department to equipment maintenance police department. This transfer is needed to pay for damages to a cruiser involved in a traffic crash.
Make a motion to suspend the rules on this ordinance and read it by title only, second, third time.
Moved by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, give this ordinance second and third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schmidt?
Yes.
Whitaker?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
An ordinance for the transfer of funds among the appropriations of the various funds of the city of Greenville. An ordinance for the transfer of funds among the appropriations of the various funds of the city of Greenville.
Move to adopt the ordinance.
Moved by Mr. Rogers to adopt the ordinance. Call the roll.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schmidt?
Yes.
Whitaker?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
Okay, next we have a temporary appropriation ordinance.
An ordinance to make temporary appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, Ohio for 2024 until not later than March 31st, 2024, and the regular appropriations ordinance for the year 2024 is passed, and after the regular annual appropriation ordinance is passed, this ordinance shall be null and void. This ordinance allows for temporary appropriations of the city of Greenville, Ohio for 2024 until not later than March 31st, 2024, and the regular appropriations ordinance for the year 2024 is passed.
Move to suspend the rules, give this ordinance second and third reading by title only.
Moved by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this ordinance second and third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schmidt?
Yes.
Whitaker?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
An ordinance to make temporary appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, Ohio for 2024 until not later than March 31st, 2024, and the regular appropriations ordinance for the year 2024 is passed, and after the regular annual appropriation ordinance is passed, this ordinance shall be null and void. An ordinance to make temporary appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, Ohio for 2024 until not later than March 31st, 2024, and the regular appropriations ordinance for the year 2024 is passed, and after the regular annual appropriation ordinance is passed, this ordinance shall be null and void.
Move to adopt the ordinance.
Moved by Mr. Rogers to adopt the ordinance. Discussion? Call the roll.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schmidt?
Yes.
Whitaker?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
Okay, moving on to the last, we have a resolution authorizing safety service director to enter into contract with Axon. This does have an emergency clause too.
A resolution authorizing the safety service director to enter into contract with Axon Enterprise Incorporated for the purchase of body cameras and upgrade of cruiser cameras for the police department and declaring an emergency. This resolution authorizes the safety service director to enter into contract with Axon Enterprise for the purchase of body cameras and upgraded cruiser cameras for the police department. This resolution has an emergency clause.
Move to suspend the rules and give this resolution second and third reading by title only.
Moved by Mr. Whitaker to suspend the rules, give this resolution second and third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schmidt?
Yes.
Whitaker?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the safety service director to enter into contract with Axon Enterprise, Inc. for the purchase of body cameras and upgrade of cruiser cameras for the police department and declaring emergency. A resolution authorizing the safety service director to enter into contract with Axon Enterprise, Inc. for the purchase of body cameras and upgrade of cruiser cameras for the police department and declaring an emergency.
Move to adopt the emergency clause.
Moved by Mr. Rogers to adopt the emergency clause. Discussion on the emergency clause. Call the roll.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schmidt?
Yes.
Whitaker?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Moved by Mr. Brown to adopt the resolution. Discussion.
Do we have anything like outlaying like what the 85 was? You got it? I have a good memory, but
if we enter this contract, it's going to probably save us, by Lieutenant Flannery's estimates, around $7,500. With that, they have an interest-free payment plan. We are at the brink, many of our in-car cameras are at the brink of not being operable. Recently, we had an arrest that I really wish we'd had audio, but the audio it's getting older in our system, and it didn't go out. Unfortunately, in this day and age, everybody expects a perfect camera and audio to have a successful prosecution. So with that in mind, before someone else would ever try to stake claim on having this happen for the city with the body cams, I want to personally thank Lieutenant Flannery. You all are elected to be stewards of the taxpayers' money. He has went well above and beyond to save us money and to find the best product.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately, this might be his last hurrah, because we are going to be tested for his position, because he's kind of abruptly decided to retire soon. But right here is an example of the outstanding work he did for me. Makes my job a lot easier when I have somebody like that working for me.
Sure. But, and so this is just for the body cam, right? This is not.
Body cam
And cruiser cams. Oh, okay. All right. Very good. Thank you.
Any other questions on this resolution?
And Chief, the way I understood it, it's including all the computer backups we need,
That's
correct?
installation, they're coming in.
Right,
We've had, it's a different company we have now. WatchGuard was bought by Motorola.
right.
We had, we had a system down forever, so it takes the cruiser out of the system. We will be able to maintain the best operating WatchGuards and keep them with the school. Because we're going to have body cams at the school too.
Right, good, good. All right, thank you.
Does this include what Lieutenant Flannery was talking about with the tasers and the turning on, or?
If a taser gets turned on, not necessarily activated, but when that red light goes on, it activates every camera within 50 feet. So in the world of civil litigation, that's very good.
Right.
We'll have a true and accurate story of what happened instead of others.
Any other questions? Call the roll.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schmidt?
Yes.
Whitaker?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
All right. Moving on, under new business, we have a meeting with the township to appoint trustees for the Union Cemetery Board. I have that set for January 16th at 7 p.m. So we'll do our committee at a whole, and then we'll go to the Union Cemetery joint meeting to elect officers. So I think, Mr. Schmidt, you're coming off this year. Yes. So then there would be an election for one township trustee. Who's the other member on the cemetery board? So you'll be the lone city council member for a year. Okay, under old business, we have a zoning amendment recommendation.
We'll move to table this.
Move the table it. Discussion on tabling. Call the roll.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schmidt?
Yes.
Whitaker?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
Okay, that will be tabled going forward. Outside committee, Greenville Union Cemetery. Anything to report?
Yeah, not really. We did have a meeting last week, but really no pertinent information to share right now. That was my last meeting, like you just said. So the township will have 2 members, and then coming up in January.
Okay. Communications.
We received the monthly report of November from the Income Tax and Street Department, the monthly report of October from the Transit Department, and the CIC minutes from September 27th, 2023.
Okay, We're just rolling through this. Call of council.
Rogers?
Yes, as we're getting toward the season of Christmas and New Year's, we hope everybody has a safe one. And so Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone.
Schmidt?
I wanted to congratulate Roxanne. I know you mentioned that was a joint effort for that award, but that's still very impressive. So thank you for continuing to do an amazing job in that office, and good luck, and we'll see you next meeting, but we'll do that again. So thank you. With that, I'll pass.
Whitaker?
I wanted to thank Joe Braden from the State Auditor's Office for coming and presenting this award. And again, congratulations to everyone in the Auditor's Office and everyone within the administration for doing the work to set Greenville aside and being a very accurate auditing procedures and no problems. And you've been in the office how long? 11 years, and Greenville is being commended so very highly, and it's to be appreciated greatly by the people of the city to know that our money's being watched over very well. I want to thank Lieutenant Flannery for the extensive work he's done in securing the best possible camera equipment and the price to go along with it. He worked hard, and want to thank him and wish him well in his retirement. So with that, I pass.
Brown?
Again, echoing the congratulations to the auditor's office. I think that's awesome. I think another move to keeping the, I don't know if it's fiscal responsibility or liability with the body cameras, but I think that's a great job, and commend Lieutenant Flannery for that. And with that, I pass.
I too want to add my congratulations to the city auditor's office and all the support staff. And it's kind of interesting that, you think about 11 years, and this is a great way to cap your 11 years off. And then it's to know that you're, and I say to the auditors, the incoming auditor, we know you're going to do just as well, and you're well-trained and well-versed. And so I extend my congratulations to you as well for accepting that position. And it's nice to know that Mr. Flannery, he's taking good care of us too. So that's all a part of being accountable. So thank you to everyone. And thanks for everybody for coming tonight. And with that, I pass.
Godwin?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Roxanne and the auditor's office for the financial responsibilities that you've done for over the 11 years. And, like you said, it takes the whole city and everybody to be accountable for all the money. And so Rob in the street department, good job on Santa Claus house in the little corner down there. It's pretty nice. And I'd like to put a shout out to the Brown family for for their thing to do out there on Reckwith Road. And we was out there last Saturday, and it just happened to be a big tour bus come right in behind us. And they was taking the people back up to John's place where the cars were all parked, and there was a bunch of people, but they get out over 12,000 candy canes a year. And there was 3 people standing out there with a bowl and giving you candy canes when you drove through, and that's pretty nice.
My kids got 2 of them tonight.
But with that, I just like to say thank you to the Browns family, and I'll pass.
Norris?
Good, yes. Congratulations, Roxanne and Kim. That's some heavy duty stuff you got to look forward to, right? So we appreciate your efforts in the auditor's office as well. Thanks to all the department heads for coming, and also to the public and your input. Matt, the city looks great, and the lights in the Santa house is just spectacular. Chief and Assistant Chief, thanks for coming tonight, and job well done. I listened to the radio traffic yesterday during the emergency situation with the gas leak, and it sounded like it was handled very well to the best of our ability, what we had in our control. So thank you for that, Chief. And with that, I'll pass.
President Baumgartner?
Yeah, so kudos to the auditor's office. It's funny, you sit in those Monday morning meetings and you hear the auditors you know, you and Kim talk about, you know, all the things that so-and-so's not doing this PO right and this and that. And I look at all the department heads out there and I think, you know, I'm sure you've heard the wrath from the auditor's office many times, but we're doing the right thing. So thank the auditor's office for getting this great award. And then Roxanne, what a great way to go out, you know, having that award. So congrats. Employee Appreciation Day luncheon, Ryan, just I think that's really important. I think we've talked about it before in the past. We have to appreciate our employees because, you know, if we had average employees, just think what our downtown would look like, et cetera, you know. Department heads, again, thanks for coming up. I really appreciate it. You know, it's always nice to be able to, if there's a question like the chief had, or if there was a question on the street department, you know, we can come you all can come right up and answer it and we can get things resolved real quick. So I think we have everyone except one department head here tonight, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna go visit wastewater tomorrow. Who's the other one? Transit. Transit, okay. But thank you, everyone. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Brown to adjourn, call the roll.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schmidt?
Yes.
Becker?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.